Hi, I'm Shane from Shanesmithlaw. Today we're going to talk about what we frequently in the office refer to as B.A.M.S. And what these are is basically roadblocks on a case. And we call them B.A.M.S just as a cute way to remember the things that impact the case, and they really slow it down or can actually end or stop a case, okay? And these are the common things that happen to our clients that might derail them from our standard client journey, okay? Or that path or that trip. And the first is a good one. And that's the B, and that stands for getting better, okay? And if a client gets better, obviously that's gonna put it into the treatment phase of a case, and it's gonna resolve quicker, and that may not be a full journey towards, obviously it's not a journey to a permanent injury because you got better faster, okay? So that's the first one. The second one though is acting against advice. This is not good. This refers to when you don't do what the doctor recommends or talks to you about, okay? And many times doctors will talk to you and say, hey, I recommend you go to physical therapy for this knee injury. Or I recommend you go get an MRI. You're showing radiculopathy or symptoms of a disc injury. Let's go get an MRI. And you say no. Or they recommend some type of injections to treat a disc injury where they evaluate you. They've seen the MRI and they go, you know, you have this disc injury, it's permanent, but it's aggravating the nerve right now. You're in a lot of pain. I would recommend an epidural or a branch block or a facet injection to deal with this and try to calm the nerve down. And a client goes, I don't want to do that. Either I'm claustrophobic, can't get an MRI, or I'm really worried about needles and I don't want to do that. But by going against the doctor's advice, that is a detour off a case that can actually end a case because it makes it look like you're not in that much pain, okay? So it's a detour off the case. The third one is the M from B.A.M.S, which is missing appointments, okay? Anytime you miss appointments or you reschedule a bunch of appointments, it makes it look to the insurance company and to some jurors like you're not in that much pain or the injury is not that serious or something else came up that was more important, okay? Any missed appointment or rescheduled appointment hurts your case. Some of them are just a small detour or speed bump on the trip, but some of them are very, very serious, okay? The more you take, the more detours you take, or the more reschedules or missed appointments, the longer your case is going to go, the longer that journey is going to take, if it can even continue. Because if you miss too many, then it's almost irrecoverable and makes it look to a juror like you're not hurt. And the last one is the S, and that's just stopping treatment, okay? If you've seen my earlier videos, you know one of the techniques the insurance company uses is to delay settling a case, okay? They know that the longer a case is delayed, the more likely some of our clients are to get what I call treatment fatigue, where you just get tired of going to the doctor. Even though you're hurt, you're not getting better. So you just get disillusioned and you just decide, I guess this is how I'm gonna be for the rest of my life. I don't wanna go to the doctor anymore. I don't wanna try any more treatments. I don't wanna do any more treatment. And I totally understand that. I actually don't like to go to the doctor myself. But treatment fatigue or just stopping treatment is just a roadblock. It ends your client journey, okay? It ends your treatment path towards a fair resolution, okay? And these are all things that are a detour or roadblock from getting a fair resolution for your injury, all of them except for the getting better, okay? Obviously, if you get better faster, that just means you didn't have a permanent injury, okay? But you can still get fair compensation for injuries. These others, though, are roadblocks or detours from getting you fair compensation, okay? Acting against the doctor's advice, missing appointments, stopping treatment early, all of these will end your case or make it much, much harder to get a fair settlement, okay? This is Shane from Shanesmithlaw. If you're in pain, call Shane, find us online or dial 980-999-9999.
980-999-9999. 980-999-9999. Shanesmithlaw. In pain, call Shane.